Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter quadratic equations. So we're going to start with the chapter factoring. The lessons, quadratic equation. The lessons we're going to cover today are solve a quadratic equation by factoring, solve a quadratic equation by quadratic formula, solve a quadratic equation by completing the square. So here I'm on grade 10 math. Let's just start with the lesson, that is solve a quadratic equation by factoring. Okay, solve a quadratic equation by factoring n square plus 8n minus 9. So you have to factor out this equation, right? So the equation you have to compare it to the, that is a square plus bx square plus c equals 0. So c equals negative 9. So you need to find a pair of numbers that have the product negative 9, and here the term b is 8. So you need to find a pair of factors with a sum of 8. So the product must be negative 9. So the product is negative 9. That means either of the number is negative. So let's just find numbers that when multiplied makes negative 9 and that when added makes negative 8. Negative 1 times 9 is negative 9, and negative 9 plus 1, negative 1 plus 9 makes 8. So the factors are n plus 9 and n minus 1. So you have property that means either n plus 9 equals 0 or n minus 1 equals 0. So n equals negative 9 and n equals 1. Let's just start with the test questions. J square plus minus 11j equals 0. So from here we can take common j. We're left with j minus 11 equals 0. So according to the zero product property, j equals 0 or either j minus 11 equals 0. So that is j equals 0 and j equals 11. The correct option is option number 1. They are 0 and 11. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 0 and 11. Option number 1 is the correct option. V square plus 37 V equals 0. That is V square plus 37 V equals 0. Let's just take common V, right? So you are left with V plus 37 equals 0. So according to the product property, either V is 0 or either V plus 37 is 0. So that is V equals negative 37. So the correct option is 0 and negative 37. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 0 and negative 37. Option number 1 is the correct option. K square minus 2k equals 0. So we can take common k. So here we have take k common. That is k minus 2 equals 0. So either k equals 0 or k minus 2 is 0. So k equals 2. So we have two values for k. They are 0 and 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. The next one is j square minus 8j equals 0. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1. They are 0 and 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. M square plus 6m equals 0. So which is the correct option? Option number 2 is the correct option, that is 0 and -6. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. That is solve a quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. So what is the quadratic formula? The quadratic formula is d equals negative b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. That is known as the quadratic formula. Now we're going to start pretty test questions. We're going to see how do we apply the quadratic formula. Solve using the quadratic formula, that is 2w square minus 5w minus 3. Just compare this equation with a general equation ax square bx plus c equals 0. So if you match the equation a equals 2, b equals -5 and c equals -3, right? Use these a, b, c in the formula, that is the quadratic formula, that is x equals minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, so b is -5 minus minus 5 b square 5 square 25 minus 4 times 2 is 8 and 8 times 3 is 24 and 2 times 2. So that is 5 plus minus square root 49 divided by 4. That is 5 plus minus 7 over 4. So we have two options. One for 5 plus 7 over 4, that is 12 over 4. So the correct option is 3. The next one is 5 minus 7 over 4, that is negative 2 over 4, that is negative 1 over 2. So option number 2 is the correct option. The values are 3 and negative 1 over 2. You simply have to put the values of a, b, c in the quadratic formula. You have to just evaluate the formula. Okay, let's just move on to next example. The correct option is 3 and negative 1 by 2. Next one we'll do on the board, right? 6q square minus 6q minus 5 will do here. 6q square minus 6q minus 5 equals 0. Let's just compare this equation with the general form of quadratic formula, that is ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. So we have a equals 6, b equals -6, c equals -5, right? Now just put up all the values in the quadratic formula. That is x equals minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So you have minus minus 6 plus minus -6 square minus 4. A 6, c is -5 divided by 2, a is 6. Now just evaluate 6 plus minus 36 minus minus plus 5 times 4 is 30 and 30 times 6 is 180 divided by 12. 6 plus minus 180 plus 36 is You have 120, not 180, right? So 120 plus 36 is 156 divided by 12. Okay, now square root 156 is 12.4 it is. Let me just see if the answer is yes, 12.4 over 12. Okay, now you have two options. You can write it with a positive sign and with a negative sign. 6 plus 12.4 over 12. Let me just do the calculations. That is 6 plus 12.4, 18.4 divided by 12. That is 1.53. Now you have with the subtraction x 16, 6 minus 12.4 divided by 12. 6 minus 12.4, that is 6.4 divided by 12. That is 0.53. So we have two answers. X equal 1.53 and x equals, that is with a negative sign, minus 0.53. Got it? Option number 1 is the correct option. 5d square plus 6d minus 9 equals 0. 5d square plus 6d minus 9 equals 0. A equals 5, b equals 6, c equals negative 9. So d equals b square negative b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Let's just evaluate. That is 216 divided by 10. So that is negative 6 plus minus square root 216 equals, that is 14.6 over 10. So one time you have to add and one time you have to subtract. Negative 6 plus 14.6, that is 8.6 divided by 10. That is 0.86. Now with the plus sign, minus 6 minus 14.6 divided by 10. That is negative 2.06. So option number 2 is the correct option. That is 0.84 and negative 2.07. Got it? P square plus 6p plus 7 equals 0, which is the correct option. The correct option is, I'm just guessing, option number 2 is the correct option. G square minus 2g minus 2 equals 0, which is the correct option. The correct option is option number 1, that is negative 0.73 and negative 2.73. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 9 math. Chapter we were working on is quadratic equations. The lessons we have covered today are solve a quadratic equation by factoring, solve a quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.